been around and know what I'm saying. So it's not a fan base, man. You know, look at club. You know what I mean? You either with it or you're not with it.
Welcome to another episode of That's Rodney's Story. And of course, big up to Duas. And no, I don't only drink the 18-year-old, but there's more to it than that, you know. But for now, I work with the 18. You'll see me with the 12 every now and again. Don't worry yourself. So, big up to the pub. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, big up yourself. All right, so I want to touch a topic that a whole heap of people don't really like to talk about. A thing we name dead stamp. You know dead stamp? Spitting image. Yeah, man. You ever watch some of these talk shows and see them doing paternity tests? And when you look, there are a lot of people who them bring up the picture up on the screen and you start here. See? Look. Same nose, same forehead, same smile. So you mean to tell me that as far as you're concerned, the way to determine that the child belongs to Tom is how many features the child have that match Tom. It's not about the fact that, no, you never sleep with nobody else but Tom. No. It's about making sure that since you can match certain features on the screen to Tom, that's the argument. Dead stamp. As a matter of fact, when it even go further here, but look upon them. Them identical. All right, cool. And that you use, dead stamp, you might end up dead wrong. Because truth be told, if we are to use features, it's good, you know. I think that is what the old time grandmother them used to use. You know, you send call them and them look upon the baby and them say, yes, sir. That one you cut from the same cloth. Great. And if granny say, oh, you're a picnic. Oh, you're a picnic. But over time, that's what people keep using. Features. And as the child grows older, if these features look the same, see, that's the proof. You think a little bit of time, picnic favor Tom, and then when we reach 5, in a favor Tom again, I walk me all of a sudden, and a Tom picnic again. Or you say, oh, now him start grow up, he look more like your father. Or him start grow up, he look more like your grandfather. Even though your grandfather is really the man who married to your bona fide grandmother. So he really not related to you. Anyway, look at the flip side. Are we saying that if the child don't look like the spitting image of Tom, then it's not Tom child? In order for it to be Tom child, it must look like Tom? What kind of... No, me promise myself me not cuss. Pam padadam pam, pam pam, in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Sanctify these words. Yeah, dead stamps. You cannot determine that a child belongs to Tom simply because in your mind, or in the minds of your friends, or in the minds of your family, that dead stamp is what make it. The child have his own features, he or she has their own features. And if you're using the fact that the nose, them have the same broad nose. So hold on, in a life, are the only broad nose man they did know Tom? No. My big suggestion to you is this. Stop trying to convince people that children belong to Tom because them is dead stamp. Because if Tom take a DNA test on the child who don't look like him and him discover say is his child, and Tom take a DNA test on the spitting image, dead stamp, and when them stamp it on Tom paper, you are not. Where you say them time now? You know, there's a simple solution to it, though, right? And a simple solution is if you're with Tom, work with Tom. And if you're going to work with Harry and Dick, that's how the saying go. And me, yeah, Tom, Dick, and Harry. So if you're going to work with Dick and Harry, then try the protection route. But you can't have a child that come into the world and your argument is dead stamp is why you say a Tom picnic. I tell you why. Chances are we look on three of the ex them and put them together in some bizarre way. Them all happen to look like them could be cousin or them could be brother or yeah. And they all have the same features. What's your point? And by the way, the man them, not because the child don't look like you, means it's not your child. I mean, obviously, if it is that both of you are black people, one would imagine that a Chinese child might not necessarily be yours. I'm not saying it's not, but I could understand if you have a little doubt. You know what I mean? Then again, maybe you just eat only for Chinese food. But be that as it may, you hear a man a pass with a ladder, and him a make all of this noise in the middle of it. Me feel say him know something about dead stamp, you know. And that him know about, you know, spitting image, him ball out. But anyway, back to it. The man them, you cannot use the fact that the child is not your identical twin for you to determine whether or not this is your child. And of course, you might convince yourself that because this child looks so much like you, that this child must be yours. So we have a whole heap of children out there who people not really connected to because as far as they're concerned, the child don't look like them. So him don't look like his mother and him don't look like you. All right, you never know. Maybe in 5 years, you look upon him and suddenly you say, wait, you know, so come to think of it, you don't know. So the same way how she can look upon your Tom and say, see there, I must your picnic, you know, say one identical. And it's not your child. Same way, you can't look upon the child and say, it's not yours, just because he or she not identical to you in your mind. And last time I checked, I don't know that a newborn baby look like anybody but themselves. You know them way there? But hey, from time immemorial, now that people are used to determine a fool for picnic, dead stamp and spitting image. Anyway, here's to the story. That's Rodney's story. Jacket.